If you're new to the channel, this is the first tractor I bought. 1947 Ford 2N. Oil looks pretty good. I haven't started this for a while. Now that I've got so many other tractors, I don't use this one as much. Hydraulic oil looks good also. Don't tell anybody where my hiding spot is. This is quite a reliable old tractor, and it's more or less still factory original, which you don't see too much anymore these days. I have done a couple of minor things to it. I did put the running boards on it, just because that's easier on me getting on and off. Without the running boards on these old 9N and 2Ns, it's just a peg here for your feet, and they're quite slippery. The other thing I did is I put this front grille on to keep some of the weeds out of the grill. I did have to put new front tires on it, I think about 2 years ago, and I even had to replace this wheel, because when we went to put the new tire on, the tire shop called me and said, "Hey man, your inner rim is all rusted out," and it was bad. So that's a brand new rim, or it was 2 years ago. My lift arm on this side was still the original, and before I acquired the tractor, it had gotten a bow in it from the previous owner at some point in its life, and the bow just kept getting worse and worse. So I replaced that whole lift arm with a modern one, and this one's adjustable also now, so both sides are adjustable, you know, for this way. And I also installed sway bar mounts. You can see that red bracket down there and down there. I used to use the sway bars, or anti-sway bars if you will, with the brush hog on the 960 over here. This is a 6-foot mower. I'm very happy with it, made by Balin, but it's very heavy. You know, the 2N didn't have any trouble lifting it off the ground, but while it was lifted off the ground, it was very susceptible to rocking from left to right. But now that I'm just running this transport box, I don't run those sway bars anymore because they're really not necessary. This thing isn't that heavy. Even when I get this thing full of wood, yes, it does start to rock back and forth a little bit, but those trips with the wood are short, so it's not a big deal if it rocks back and forth a little bit. And besides, these pins don't extend out far enough to fit the sway bar on here. As you can see, there's only room enough for the lift arm here on both sides. This tractor also has some sentimental value to me as well. Even though I haven't owned it all my life, it reminds me of a tractor my grandfather had. He had a 8N with factory colors, you know, red and gray. But I remember that tractor from when I was a little kid. He would give us rides on it, take us out to do chores, and we'd ride on his lap or wherever we could. So even though this isn't the same tractor as my grandfather had, it really reminds me of him. So I haven't had this tractor out for a while. I've been spending so much time on the others. But I just had a couple chores to do with it today, and I thought I'd take you along with me. We keep a firewood back here under the shelter to keep it dry, and then we move it up near the house as we need it. Right now I've got a mix of red fir, pine, cherry, and birch. All right, the next thing I want to do is move my Model T trailer back over by the shop where it has more shelter for the winter. And I don't have a hitch on the back of this tractor, and I don't want to take the box off. So how do you think I'm going to accomplish this? I just want to tow it across the property one time, and that's it.